Let's coach Snow Angel by Renee Rap because it is lit and super hard. I have had enough students bring this in that it is time. So first thing to point out, okay, we're gonna listen to it here in a second, but she lets go of a lot of resistance in the beginning, meaning she has a breathy tone. First to arrive, last to leave. Okay, that first to arrive. That's a disclaimer before we get into the rest of that song. If you start the song with that lack resistance, or basically the air passing through the vocal folds a lot for style, it's gonna be way harder to belt. So if you're beginning at this, I would recommend actually talking this part, even though it doesn't sound as cool, but it's gonna set you up for success later. So just letting you know. Okay. So she basically just kind of has this heady, airy position until burns when it's ice cold. Make it through the winter. So that part, let's listen to that. I'll make it through the winter if it kills me. It's still airy, but it has a little bit more thickness to it. It's not so falsetto-y, right? It's a little bit more head voicey. Make it through the winter if it kills me. Again, if this is like, if the airy thing is hard for you, then just kind of do it in head on maybe like a beep, 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 to work on getting, just like a more solid connection, okay? Because it's really gonna bite us in the butt later. I'll make it through the winter if it can. Okay, what'd I tell you? So she has to really quickly basically find adduction or more chord closure so that she has a more full, like, belty sound. You're not gonna be able to do that if you try to come at that with a super airy sound. So say you were kind of doing like the whisper sing in the beginning, you need to, in the second verse, find more adduction or more speak-like quality so that you can do this next part. The latest that you should be speaking it more is, I'll make it through the winter. You absolutely 100%, no matter if you're doing the airiness at the beginning or not, need to speak that or you will not be able to belt it. So what's gonna be your best friend in this song from now on is an icky miss. So it's like a pharyngeal, meaning kind of like a bratty sounding, icky, witchy sounding I vowel, because she uses that a lot in this song actually. So the first note that she uses is a B in her first passage, and the lyric is kills, where she needs to start to mix. So let's use that icky mi, and let's do an octave repeat on that to strengthen that. Let's do it together. Mi, 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 thinking really icky, okay? Then when you get solid there, I want you to practice sustaining it because she holds kills me. So let's do that together. Mi, 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 kills me. Or mi, 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 mi. If you can do it in that form, you're gonna be able to do it with lyrics, okay? So now let's practice speaking what I call the ramp up to that note, right? Or harnessing, speaking into that hard note, okay? I'll make it through the winter if it kills me. Thinking that over the top of that note, okay? So the next lyric that she does the same thing on is hurry. What you may want to do is go hurry and like open up to get the powerful sound. Don't do that. Okay, keep the icky feeling, and we're gonna put it on hurry, like okay? Try that on, let's try a m on the same exercise we just did. And that icky brattiness will help fill it out, okay? Do the sustain with me. Now words. I can make it faster if I hurry. Okay, so, and if you want it more belty, that's fine. You have to lean into that creaky feeling and kind of cry it a little bit to get it to be fuller. But what I don't want you to do is open the vowel and try to push it out. That's not a good place to try to make it bigger around, okay? I love how the filter is also giving her eyelashes, like she needs them. So this angel in the snow is also this kind of like, kind of feeling with a little bit of that kind of creaky sensation. So let's do the phrase on like a creaky okay? Let's try words. I'll angel in the snow until I'm worthy. So that holding on, oh my God, this vein will not have it today. Oh my God, sorry guys. So that creakiness is what's gonna kind of fill out the sound without pushing, okay? The lashes, I can't. Okay, so same deal applies. If we just think of this whole next section, it just builds and builds and builds and builds, right? So you need to kind of just start it icky and spoken, okay? I try so hard, speak that. Even this part's gonna be maybe in your break a little bit. I came so far, still think as you go up, okay? Now she lets go of resistance here on I met a boy. I do not recommend doing that, especially if this mixed belting thing is hard for you. That will F you sideways. Just keep the icky kind of feeling as you're going up here, okay? Like climb the ladder, okay? I met a boy, he broke my heart, okay? And two vowels are important. I met a boy, he broke my heart. So instead of going met, I want you to think mit. I met a boy. And now on broke instead of broke, okay, we're gonna think broke, okay, and still keep it icky. That's what keeps the sound full, okay? He broke my heart. Now you'll ideally actually want to do this first part into this next part, because if you just start doing this next part, like, good luck just landing there, but okay. Okay. Basically, she is just riding up this edgy siren step by step. So that's what I said. If you don't do that first part into this, it's going to be hard just to kind of land there. So kind of do this in succession. And I want this whole thing just to feel like, like that's literally functionally kind of what she's doing. She's gradually thinning out while keeping a lot of depth in the closure of the vocal folds, okay? So actually, we're going to throw in a couple of those witchy sirens in between these to help emphasize that feeling as we're doing it. I tried so hard. I came so far. I met a boy. He broke my heart. I blame him 'cause it's easier. But I still look for him in her. I'm just thinking, I know that's so annoying when I do that. Now for this whole thing, I just want you to think the whole time, okay? The seasons change, addiction strange. I could have even gotten a little witchier, a little like ickier, brattier to help me get, I think I was like slightly flat because it was a little thick. But the more you lean into either thinking of the vowel E as you go, you literally just think it, or you think witchy, it helps you stay kind of exciting. It helps you find the chord closure, but it really mostly helps you thin out so that you can be on pitch and not hurt yourself by pushing. Me, the seasons change, addiction strange. Now, I even now want to go addictions, and I have to think in my head, addiction strange, so that I don't accidentally over open and then, overblow and over widen. Okay, I love is another place you could potentially run into trouble. So instead of thinking I love, think I love. I love back then. Jesus Lord, this is such a hard sign. I love back then what I hate today. But really what's helping me mix through that and not overblow, even though I'm not doing it perfectly, right? But is leaning into the these narrow versions of vowels, and then opening around them, okay? So trusting the mix feeling. And then if we want power, we add a little bit of cry, or we lean into the adduction or the chord closure, or rather, for practical purposes, think icky. Just kind of leaning into the sound. Okay, that's Snow Angel, yo. It is tricky, and it's like pretty much like mixing Olympics. But remember, mixing is like an acoustical effect, okay? And it's not always like logical. So find a teacher that can help you do it. And do not scream up the bottom on this song. You will not farewell.